What's up, guys? We are going to versus Specimen H0512 for level 4 for uh, Cloud Remakes Silver Crowns. So the boss is a demon, does a lot of AoE physical, some single target physical, some AoE magic, AoE fixed, status ailments, stop. It's got a 50% threshold um, where it puts up an undispellable defense buff. What else? Anything worth mentioning beyond that? Um, no. I think depending on the phase it's in, either above 50% or below 50%, it'll do a dispel, but we're going to avoid that. If you hit the threshold on turn 2, and I'm not sure, I haven't looked at the wiki, so I'm not sure how many turns there are in the rotation, but you get dispelled if you hit the threshold turn 2. But we're not hitting that threshold till turn 3. It'll be a 4-turn clear, maybe 5, depending on your power level and EX levels. But um, funnily enough, um, you're supposed to clear this mission to get Elemental Burst of Lightning on Cloud, but it's unlocked on him already, apparently. So we are going to be taking advantage of that in this clear. And we're not bringing a friend, so if you're struggling with this, just grab a friend to help power through. But here's the party. As far as espers go, the important one is Lakshmi with Unstoppable Protection being on Barrett. And we do have Tyvus set as the leader. He's got a 300% leader skill for fire or Brave Exvius units for season 4. I'm not sure, but everyone's getting the bonus except Cloud. As far as mine, I used the crowns on his base form. I guess if you do his shift form, if you crown that up all the way, his LB becomes Bolting Strike and like a 300x mod, so he'd be able to do his shifted LB with Tulian. But the way we're doing this, you want the base form crowned. So I think if his shift form was crowned, we'd probably push too much damage too quick and hit that threshold when we don't want to. So anyway, so Titus's garb, just max LB against demons. And I think an EX2 Titus would work. EX3 Tulian, or EX2 Tulian would probably work too, uh, depending on your gearing, I guess. But we don't need their SLBs until turn 4. EX1 Ash should work. Cloud could probably be EX. No, I don't know about EX1, but it might work with an EX1 Cloud. You just need access to his shift. Oh, and Titus does have, let me see, his own TMR. Vortex of the Passing Hatred, really all that's doing for him is giving him attack stats and TDH, 100% TDH. So he's well over on attack stats, so you could just give him some other source of TDH. But there we go. Where's he at on LB damage? So yeah, all you need is strength. Is kind of hard to replace here. You have to do some playing around with the gearing and cards, but he's getting chain cap up from the card. So if you have Cog's card, that'd give you more LB stats from the card, and you just have to fit in chain cap up somewhere else. So there we go. Tulian, tried to gear him for damage. He's got Esther's card for some killers and LB damage. He's at 275 Demon, 275 LB, a little shy on TDH. We're only using Vidar on him. Dies Close gives him some Demon Killer. But yeah, there's his And again, Guardian Light Riku gives, a lot of attack stats and 100% TDH, so that's a little hard to replace, but I don't think Julian's going to make or break your clear if he's a little lower on attack stats. I guess where he's at. Yeah, no, there's some, let's see, some 5-star STMRs that give like 60 TDH, like a sharpshooter. So, I mean, that's one equipped with a bow. Isn't there one? Could have sworn there were some that gave attack stats and 100% TDH. Maybe not. Maybe I'm imagining things. Ace Striker. I guess that's a, NV base. No, either way. I mean, play around with your gearing. Just get some attack stats on him. Or, actually run his, I guess those aren't terrible stats on his axe. You could do better, I guess, with the new Vision World updates, but we'll leave it as is. Cloud base form, pretty, I don't know if high-end build is the right word, just max demon, max LB. Here's his gear, double Tifa STMR, chain cap up. So wonky that they just didn't give him, at least 100 chain cap up somewhere in his kit innately. But it's whatever. He does struggle for attack stats a little bit, I guess, based on your gearing. But yeah, mine. Yeah, again, his Buster Sword's at what? I guess you could do better there too in the Vision World, but anyway, not to get into too much minutia on the build here, but yeah, a card with chain cap up. Ash, base form actually doesn't matter. Shift form, passive provoke. Evasion doesn't really matter because we're covering with 5-star base Barret. Magi Sherm, if you have it, to give a demon killer. And some bulk. Yeah, actually, the resistance gear really doesn't matter. Or the ailment resistance, just bulk. So there we go. I guess EX2 you would need for Warring Spirit on her. I'm assuming that's an EX skill. Yeah, so it wouldn't need to be an EX2 Ash because we're using her LB for an LB damage buff and a stat buff. But she's staying in the shift form the whole fight. And as far as stat elemental resistance, I didn't really pay attention to those, honestly. I'm not sure if the boss does any elemental attacks. In any case, we're surviving fine, so. And Barret, starting in the base form with Dragon's Brush, Call of the Wild, Advanced Weaponry for some LB fill. It's not too terribly important that he get his LB. Obsidian Bracer, Saintly Castle for some auto mitigation, Wisdom Mahes, and then Scarlet Wave so you can chain on the kill turn. Some evasion there from the card. And then shift form, just some bulk. Could probably lean into the spirit a little more. I had built this not really planning on casting active ailment resist buffs, so you could definitely swap out Hairpin of Purity for something with more bulk, Cozy Sweater for something with more bulk. But the big thing is evasion on him. So anyway, we'll get into it. Okay, so turn 1, Ash is going to, let's see, cast Shelga on the party, Bale for the ailment resistance, and Bubble onto Tulian since he's a little squishy. Barrett's going to shift and put up cover with his cooldown. Tulian's going to do a little setup. He's going to full breakdown, Earth Amp, and then Yord Kicks. Tybus is going to do his weaker Fire Amp, his upgraded cooldown that gives ability modifiers and LB modifier for 5 turns, or however long it was, and then Flame Sword for Fire and Peril. Then Cloud Remake is going to do, in the shift form, Ignition, Plasma Slicer for the Lightning Imbue, and then Spinning Slash for a Lightning Imperil. Okay, so Tybus is going to LB, we're going to LB Tulian, and Cloud's just going to triple Bolting Strike to chain with Tulian. Ash is going to shift at LB, and Barrett's going to give us Stop Resist from Lakshmi. So send Tybus, wait a couple seconds, and then send the chainers. Okay, so this turn, Tulian is just going to chain Bolting Strike 3 times. Remake Cloud is going to Elemental Burst of Lightning and then Bolting Strike twice. Tybus is going to Bolting Strike, Tybus' Spirit, and then Elemental Burst Fire. Ash is going to give Demon Killer over to Cloud. And Barrett's just going to LB to refresh cover. If you don't have his LB, just put up cover. So we'll just send those 3 together, and that should hit the threshold. Alright, so now we kill. So Tybus is going to SLB, Tulian's going to SLB, Ash is going to give Demon Killer over to Tybus. Barrett's going to go to the base form, and he is going to Scarlet Wave, and Cloud's going to the base form, and he will LB. So again, I did use fully upgraded his base form skills with crowns, so it's now a 2-hit LB. That takes forever, so we're going to click Cloud, wait a couple seconds, send the chainers, and then send Tybus a second after that. So we do need to send Ash, though, to get that killer on Tybus. So here we go. Oops, sorry about that. Okay, and if that didn't kill the boss, then yeah, I mean, it will do some attacks. I forget what all it does exactly, but Barrett would cover all the physical. You might die off of some fixed attacks, but we have re-raise from Ash's LB. So Cloud, since his Warring Spirit or whatever activates what it is, start a battle after being revived or 1 turn after Brave Shift. He's going to have a full LB the next turn, so if it came down to it, you could always just imbue fire if like he died or whatever, and came back. Imbue fire with ash and just do another burst with cloud. And I mean, that should kill the boss. I mean, it should be, after that burst, it should be pretty close to being dead anyway. I mean, chaining would probably kill it, but definitely another LB from Cloud should finish it off. So, anyway, yeah, let's see what the breakdown was here in a sec. Guess he was Tyvus. Yeah, he got a couple bursts in there. So, but anyway, there it is. Yeah, keep in mind, Cloud only really had the one burst in that fight. But if you're, struggling with it, grab another friend unit and fill in that sixth slot. But yeah, as far as surviving the boss, it doesn't seem too bad once you have its number. So anyway, all missions right. Yeah, there we go. I will catch you guys later. Thanks for watching.